we really have faith. It's up here, right? All right. So since we established that we have faith, I'm just coming tonight to share with you, then be faithful. If you have this, then be faithful. So if I'm not being faithful, then I don't have all of that faith. If I have what I say I do, then I need to be faithful. Be means to have identity with. So if I say I have faith, I need to be identifying with faith. So if I have faith, then I should be here. If be faithful. Okay? Now, be also means to constitute the same. To constitute the same. Be means to have a specified qualification or character of. So if I say I have faith, then my character ought to exhibit. My character ought to exhibit faith. Watch this, watch this. Now, the message he gave me was be faithful. Being faithful is to be full of faith. Being faithful is to be full of faith. Okay, full. If I am full of faith, then I ought to be full of the substance. If I'm full of faith, I ought to be full of the substance. And if I'm full of faith, I ought to be full of the things hoped for. If I'm full of faith, I ought to be full of evidence. Oh, y'all don't hear me. I said, I'm not only do I have faith, but I say I'm full of faith. I'm full of faith. I got a whole lot of faith. Remember the last week, so much faith that my cup runneth over into the saucer because I'm full of faith. I'm full of faith, okay? And if I'm full of faith, I'm full of things not seen. Oh, glory. I'm not full. I'm not full of what I see. I'm full of things not seen because I'm full of hope. But if I have to see it, I'm not full. I've got some faith. I say I've got some faith, but I'm not full of faith. Faithful is to be full of belief. I don't just believe, Brother Chris. I don't just believe every once in a while. I'm full of belief. I'm so full of belief that you can't get doubt in my mind because I'm so. Trouble come, but that's all right. Because I'm so full of it. Some of us are full of stuff, but you need to check out what you're full of. If you want to be full of something, be full of belief. I'm full of steadfastness, Brother Chris. I'm just steadfast, unmovable, and unshakable. When trouble comes, I will not be moved. And I will not be moved. And Paul says, and I will not let man move. You can come and shake, blow, hate, but I will not be moved because I'm full of. I say I'm full of. Faithful is not defying God's clear direction for your life. If you're full of faith, you will not defy God's clear. Somebody say clear. God makes his directions clear. How dare you say you don't understand? He makes it clear. You just decided to defy the directions because you are not full. Those that are faithful with God's assigned gifts will always abound with God's goods. Not sometimes, but you will always abound with God's goods. They will always experience an abundant harvest of God's wisdom. If I could tap on your testimony, see, when you're full and you want to cut the food, you can't cut the food because you're full, and you're so full the devil can't get in. Oh, y'all don't hear me, because I'm full of the substance. I'm full of the belief. I'm full of the experiences with God. So the devil cannot come in because I'm full. He comes around, but he can't come in because I'm full. Oh, he plays around the surface and he dances all around here, but he can't get in because I'm full. Are we faithful? Lord showed me this, and I'm sure some of you saw it a long time ago, but I just got it. Are you faithful with what belongs to somebody else? No, because that ain't mine. I don't need to be faithful with that. But the Lord began to open this up. And you who are inspired ministers, let me say to you, if you want to be used by God, be faithful with the ministry that you have not been assigned to. Be faithful with somebody working in that ministry if you intend on having a ministry that God give you. Very vital. Be faithful. Be faithful. Work in that work. Do what God gives you to do. Sacrifice in that work. Because if you will not work in what belongs to somebody else, you won't get nothing. Oh, come on. Be faithful over a few things, and God. Let's look at the scripture. I want to show you an example real quick. Lord, help me. Luke 17:11. Famous verse. But I saw it from a different side as he gave me faithful. Young ministers, be faithful and commit yourself to working with others, because your time coming. Ooh, you so deep and heavy, your time coming. And somebody coming worse than you. Worse than you. You don't want to cooperate and you want to, Woo. All right. Luke 17:11. And it came to pass as he went to Jerusalem that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered into a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go show yourself unto the priests. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and with a loud voice glorified God. Be full, be full, be full, be full, church, be full. And fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. And Jesus answering and said, Were there not 10 cleansed, but where are the 9?